Acewale, Chelpalopis, Telsqueet, Leetsquad, Shactal, and very, very happy to introduce our opener this morning. It is Sahawkton. Sahawkton will be opening for us this morning. And
I Quincy Lamnama. Good morning. How is everyone doing? I hope everyone's morning was good. We got past the first day. I'm a little nervous right now, but I think I'm okay. I'm gonna sing the song Cheap Dan George. I just find that song very deep in my heart. I really love it. So here we go. Oh, hero. Lord, oh, hero. Hey la hey la hey la hey. Oh he lo he lo oh he lo he lo hey la hey la hey la hey. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, hello, oh, hey, la, hey. All right, HCM, thank you for listening. All right, day 2, let's go.
Yeah, you kwasai. Yeah, you kwasai.
You kwasai.
Oh, that's okay.
Thank you. So I understand from our team that it was hard to hear our very good colleague Sam doing our beautiful opening this morning. I can assure you he was standing directly in front of the computer as closely as it gets. So we must assume that
the spirits and the ancestors are with us today.
Yeah. Yes, and that the medicine may be a little powerful. And so the computer and the spirits have helped us to just give you as much as you can handle. So thank you for opening us up in a good way. So before that, we're going to introduce our team this morning. So I know that we're just waiting for everybody to get pinned. And when we say your name, we're going to hope that you wave your hand. So we'll start with Clara. She's first on my screen, and I see someone's talking to her at the same time.
Oh, there's Bahar, actually. Hi, Bahar.
There's Bahar. Hi, Bahar. So Bahar's from our IELCC team. And there's Clara.
Hi, Clara.
Hi, Clara. Clara is the childcare advisor for the Vancouver Coastal region from the ACCRNR, and I see
Wendy.
Wendy.
Elated Wendy.
She's the childcare advisor for the North and supporting the interior. I see Sam, who is our new resource coordinator.
And librarian, hello,
And,
Sam.
and then I see Veronica, our conference coordinator. I feel like it's like, the polka dot door or and Lisa Fenton, who's the ILCC co-manager, and our beautiful Auntie Yvonne.
Hello, Yvonne. Hey, Latte.
And there's Ray. Ray is from the Jordan's Principal Service Coordination. Oh, I forgot the enhanced service coordination hub team. He's the manager there. So we
Hi,
have
Ray.
we have
Hey,
a
Latte.
we have a big BCX team, and I'm Kirsten Bevlander. I'm the manager of the Aboriginal Childcare Resource and Referral Program, and I'm here with
Jenny. And I'm happy to be here today. Woohoo! Yay! One big wave from our whole team. Wave, everybody! Woo! Me too!
So we've got people supporting you in the chat, letting you into the room, supporting with tech services, doing introductions and cultural support. So we are really excited to be here with you all today. So thanks for coming back for those of you who are here yesterday, and welcome to everybody who is just joining us for the first time today.
All right. So today is very, very important for our people. It is in Hulkameelum, it is the Coquoils, Slapeel, Cloquet, which is the Orange Shirt Day. And we recognize those who have gone to residential school, those who did not come home. We send out the prayers to the ones that did not return to their families. We honor those that still live with the traumas every day that they have endured from being in the residential schools. And, when we think of, this is not just an orange shirt, this is reconciliation. I like to say reconciliation, but we want to have action and change in our society and our world. And I want to make sure that we do our best to honor those that survive so we could survive. Those who continue to educate us, and we have, 2 ears and 1 mouth, so that we listen to what they tell us and we learn, and then we bring it out when we're allowed to. And I honor that, and I respect that, and that we must listen to our elders because we are losing them at a rapid rate, and we need to remember all the stories so that it never gets forgotten. And we honor you, and we thank you all for surviving what you had, and thank you for sharing your stories and letting us know that this really happened to our society. So all my relations, Chelsea Kaw. And if we could have a moment of silence just to honor those children that were just recently found, and all the children that did not come home. Thank you. Thank you all. I honor all of you. Thank you for being here and understanding that and honoring us in that way. Housekeeping.
All right, thank you. Great. Forgot that was me next. Just a reminder that today we are offering training in a meeting style, a Zoom meeting style. And that means that if you come off mute, we can hear you. So just a reminder to everybody to please keep yourselves on mute so that we can do a good job to respect the presenters that are joining us today. We choose this style because it does mean we can interact with you all and we can see all your wonderful faces out there. And that's really helpful for both the presenters, but also in feeling connected to our communities. So really happy to always see all your faces and see your names in the chat, and really excited yesterday to see all your voices popping up in the chat and sharing resources and asking questions and interacting with the presenters. As yesterday and every time we offer training, we do our attendance by having you sign into the chat. You may notice we ask quite a few times throughout the day, and that's because we don't want to miss you. And so we really will be prompting you quite a few times, but it's just to make sure we can give you full credit for being here. There are, you can, for pretty much all of our presenters, you can put questions in the chat, and we encourage you to. It makes for a more dynamic presentation. So we have chat monitors that will help us figure out what questions there are in the chat, and we'll put them forward to the presenter. Sometimes the presenter will read them themselves. Today we are very lucky to have our elder, Auntie Yvonne, to help us with cultural support. So if you feel the need to speak to our elder and want a little time with her, we have it set up so you can call Jenny. And I know that our chat team will put the contact information into the chat. Today's presentation is being recorded so that participants that were not able to join us today are able to access the training. For those, sometimes we have people who all of a sudden have a tech glitch in the middle of the day. We want to make sure they can access the training, but that means if you don't want to be risk being seen on camera, just turn your screen off. And we will have several breaks today. So we'll have a health break in the morning and a health break in the afternoon, and we'll have a lunch break at 12:15 to 1:15. Feel like that's long. But during the lunch break, we have an optional presentation from Ray Couchy, the manager of the Jordan's Principal Enhanced Service Coordination Hub. And he's going to talk about the different funding opportunities that are available through Jordan's Principal, so that you can support the Indigenous children in your program if they have additional needs, or if your program will benefit from that. So he's going to talk about that. And you really, really want to make sure to come back in time after you've had a little bit of a break at lunchtime, because we have door prizes that happen just before the afternoon presentations start. And I can tell you, if you don't come just to get a prize, you're going to want to come for the show, because Sam and Jenny we had many people requesting them to start a podcast yesterday, and they're highly entertaining and make us all laugh. So they'll be on there. The Sam and Jenny show starts at 1 o'clock today. We'll do the door prizes, and then then they will be back at the very, very end of the day to do door prizes. So don't go away early. And then our whole team is going to sing you out today. And Auntie Yvonne is going to close us in a good way. So we've got a full day with many hours of professional development. We really appreciate you being here with us today.
And also surveys, your survey is so important to get done, because our amazing team member Wendy has made a small world mat play for one winner to take home if they get these surveys. We will be doing a survey draw, so it's important to fill out those surveys. Very, very important.
So you'll get a survey for each day of training, and then there's a general survey that asks general questions. And so when you fill out that general survey, there'll be a prompt for you to put in your email, and then we'll put you into a draw. All right.
We're ready for our day.
So you're going to introduce Auntie Yvonne.
So as you can see, our Auntie is sitting on the screen here with us, and today she is going to do a workshop, a little overview for 10 minutes about how to take care of yourself, some self-care, especially on a day like today. Some people may have some strong emotions, some strong feelings, and she will, let you know what type of things you can do to look after yourself on such an emotional time in our lives. All right, so all my relations. So we have Hakta here, and we're going to let her take over the screen. So it's, ladies and gentlemen, Auntie Yvonne.
Elatis, Etel Squalawell, Quelskwitzlala. Good morning. I'm happy to see you all. We're all here supporting each other and remembering the children that didn't come home. And because I'm a survivor of residential school, I went to Mission in British Columbia, and my mom went to the old school. So sometimes we have lots of memories and we have triggers, and it's important to find somebody that we can talk to. I have a counselor, and I've been working on myself for so long, and it's an ongoing healing process. If we've had generation after generation of residential school, but I'm lucky that I've had a lot of cultural healers and helpers that have helped me along my way. And the way we take care of ourselves in a Stalo territory of Chilliwack, Chilkoot, is that we go to the mountain and we go and have our morning bath. Or you can just go to the mountain and wash your face and use cedar boughs to brush yourself off. And sometimes you can sit by a cedar tree on the east side where the sun comes up and just, meditate there, or ask Creator to help to take away the sadness, sickness, and sorrow. And that when we heal, our elders heal and our families heal, and it's like throwing a pebble into the pond and it ripples out. So when we heal ourselves, we also heal the ancestors on the other side. And I know sometimes when I have difficulty or I feel sad, sometimes it's not just for myself, it's for my mom and it's for my brothers who were abused in residential school. So it's okay to cry. And what I had to do was, I was lucky my auntie told me to go to the river and pick up a rock. So when you're walking, you can tell that rock how you're feeling and ask that rock to take away a little bit of your pain. And so I use a lot of different, I call them symbolisms. Like, I used to carry cedar ball, and I had a medicine pouch, and it was really giving me strength all the time to put my medicine pouch on every day. And I was lucky to go to a Uweepi ceremony, so I got my medicine pouch from Melvin Gray Bear. And I put a rock in there and sage and sweetgrass. He actually told me that he could give me eagle brains, but I thought I'm not. I felt so humble. I don't want eagle brains in my medicine pouch. I'm just a poor human being that I just couldn't have that. And maybe today I would appreciate something like that. But I always feel so humble and so lucky to be able to meet people that are healers and helpers, and they help us to move a little bit more every day or in our journey of healing. I remember another lady, she told me, when you feel your pain, it's okay to embrace that pain. And then ask the Creator to take it. So we can't heal overnight. We heal slowly, and it takes a long time for us to heal. And it's okay to tell our stories. It's okay to find somebody safe. This is it's okay to find somebody safe to tell our story to. And yeah, just to remember to breathe and to let it go. And I went to the mountain with my residential school sister, and her husband and her were sun dancers, and I got to fast for 4 days and 4 nights. And they told us that during the evening you have to get up 4 times and you say prayers, and you can ask for healing. And so I fasted about 8 times, and I'm always searching for myself. Who am I? Where do I belong? And the strongest thing that helped me was learning my language, learning Halkamalam. I went to learn Halkamalam for 4 years, and it was so healing for me. And when we speak our language, it's like you have a direct line to the ancestors on the other side. It's like a telephone. They can hear you, they can talk to you. Because when I went to residential school, nobody told me that your ancestors are walking with you. Nobody told me that you're okay. You're going to be okay. You have strength. You have knowledge. You have love in your heart. So when I was 18, I got to go into the longhouse, and they taught me how to take care of myself. And it was really hard to absorb the cultural teachings because I was taught in residential school. I was institutionalized, and I didn't know how to think or to feel or to speak or to hear. So through all my healings, one day, I think when I was 35, I was crying all the time. And I'm like, what's wrong with me? Why am I crying? Why do I cry every day? And my body hurt. And I actually went to a card reader, and the card reader said, you've been crying, but you're crying because you're giving yourself a gift. And the gift is the gift of who you are, so that you can embrace the gift of who you are. And I really didn't understand that. And so it's almost like yourself is way out here, and every day when you wake up and you pray, you give thanks and you acknowledge yourself, you're bringing yourself closer and closer and closer. And then pretty soon you can bring yourself to your heart. And that's your gift. And sometimes I was wide open. So one of the medicine people, she said, you have to close yourself, Yvonne, when you're crying or emotional, you have to just cross your arms like this and close it. Because sometimes we're wide open, and then we're emotional and we're nervous and we're worried and we're stressed. And my Sioux sister told me, and that's the winter dance people, she said, hold your heart, Yvonne. So I used to have to hold my heart all the time just to calm myself down, because all the memories were coming back to me and I had lots of triggers. So to be able to recognize all of those things was really amazing. And so every day is a gift. and I learned how to pray and how to pray to the east where the eagle resides. And the eagle is the one that has the vision, and that represents the adult. And so adults know what our goals are, and we know where we're going and what we want. And then in the south is the little mouse, and the mouse only sees what's in front of it. And that's where the youth energy comes from, representing the youth. And they said that we can't compare the mouse to the eagle because the mouse is just as strong as the eagle. And to the west is the black bear, and it represents nighttime and a time of introspection, a time when we can go inside ourselves and say, you know, what's going on? How am I feeling? And take time for ourselves and acknowledge the feelings that we have and give it to the Creator if we don't want it anymore. And then we can move forward. And then in the north is the color white, and the white buffalo calf woman resides there. And in the north, it represents the elders and their wisdom and their white hair. Yeah. So all of these things would help me to remember who I am, where I come from. And the 7 laws of life I learned in Sweat Lodge, and they said, if you can learn the 7 laws of life, and if you forget a couple of them, that means you have to work on those ones. So there's generations. So we never just think of ourselves, we're thinking of our ancestors before that came before us, and the ones that are here and the ones that are being born yet, the new babies. They come in with new wisdom. So generations to generosity, and our people are so generous. And we like to have ceremony and eat food, good food from nature. And forgiveness, understanding, health, happiness, and humbleness. So 7 laws of life. And all the teachings might be a little bit different across Canada, but it all means the same thing. So I think I pick up anything to help me to be sober and to be happy and to be a good person and to understand myself. Because if we don't know our own story and who we are, we can't help anybody else. And I phoned my friend from residential school, and she told me, I told her I wanted to make a prayer tie. I want to make a white one or a yellow one, and I'm going to hang it in a tree. And then when we were talking, I said, okay, now I know what I need to do. I need to make prayer ties. So I made 25 white prayer ties, and I made 25 black prayer ties and 25 red prayer ties and 25 yellow prayer ties. And so I was going to leave my prayer ties at home, and something told me, no, bring it with you. That you started this ceremony, now you have to finish it. So I brought it with me to Vancouver here, and every night I say prayers. I pray for the ones that are still lost in drugs and alcohol, the homeless, the hungry, the ones that are still suffering from the Indian residential school, and the ones who have gone to the other side. And I give thanks for the healers and helpers. And that's everybody here, because you're really helping the children and helping the parents to be better people, because we really didn't have anybody to tell us who we were and where we came from. We need to know our own story. I know now that I'm a Salish Halkamalam speaker. English is not my language. I have my own language. I speak Halkamalam. I'm not fluent, but I learned my language for 4 years. And I'm so grateful. So the biggest gift that you can give to yourself is to know who you are, where you came from, know your family trees, and know your history. And our elders said that we're never to be jealous of anybody in their gift. We all have a gift, and we all have to appreciate each other's gift. We can't say, oh, who does she think she is? Or why is she like that? No, we're here to look at each other with pure eyes and a pure heart and a pure mind, and to hear only good things and to speak only good things. So, you know, our people were simple people. We didn't want things. We were told not to ask for anything. What you get is what you get. If somebody gives you coffee and there's no sugar or cream, that's what you drink. Just, you know, and what they put in front of you, you appreciate it. You're grateful. You're thankful. Thanking the Creator every day, every time your feet hit the floor. Thank you, Creator, for another day. Thank you for the air that I breathe that gives me life and love. Thank you for the water that nourishes me and cleanses me. Thank you for the four-leggeds, the winged ones, the creepy crawlers, the finned ones. Oh, there's so much to be thankful for. And I'm so thankful to be here with you. I wrote down a whole bunch of things in my phone, and I thought, oh, I'm going to follow this. But in our way, they said, you have to go sit up high and you listen to the elders speak. One day you're going to stand down here and you're going to talk, you're going to share. And when somebody asks you to share, you can't say no. You just say, oh, thank you, thank you. I'm so honored, I'm so happy. Because there's so much inside of me that I sat and listened to since I was 15 in the longhouse. And that's our winter dance in the Salish territory here in the Fraser Valley, all the way to the island and to Washington State, Bellingham, even Muckleshoot. It traveled down that way now, our longhouse teachings. So our people are so rich. We live seasonally. We go to the longhouse in the winter time. In the springtime, they start doing canoe paddling. Then after canoe paddling, we do big drum ceremony, which is adopted, but it keeps us sober and strong and full of love and sharing and learning. And so we pick up anything that we can get so that we can be good human beings. And before I started healing, I used to just think, I just want to be a good human being. I don't care what color I am. And I don't want to hurt anybody by telling them my sad story. There was my sad story, but now we need to move forward and embrace education and embrace who we are, and that we can work together and we're going to go somewhere and it's going to be good. We're going to a good place. all my relations, OCM, Yathi Kosai.
Oh, Yathy Kwasai, Yathy Kwasai. I'm gonna nourish Auntie with some yummy food. Here we go. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Auntie, we are so humbled and thank you for giving us this opportunity to learn from you. And the lessons that you give us will be, we take what we need, we leave what we don't. And we have somebody coming up really, really special in our next segment here. So I'm just gonna read you something because of again, Richard Wagamis. He was the one who wrote Indian Horse, and cousin of mine, so I want to honor him on today since he has left this world and he's my ancestor now. My search for spirituality that works in all circumstances has led me to truth that Creator is great mystery, hiding in the open. When I breathe in, I draw in the breath of all things. When I exhale, I contribute to the breath of all things. I am connected, I am joined to the channel of loving, nurturing energy that joins and sustains all of us. When I come to know that, understanding it, and I believe it, my life becomes the process of keeping that channel open. Creator is hiding in there. All my relations. So now, lovely to introduce the amazing, our next speaker is, our keynote is the lovely Dr. Lorna Williams. Can we please bring her up on the screen? Please and thank you.